Hey guys, super excited to come on today and announce for the very first time ezDISPO. Way back in the day, before Heather and I built ezREIclosings to be the absolute machine that it is that disrupted the industry, a lot of people forget I was actually a wholesaler first, and not just local, not just here in Chattanooga, but Heather and I built one of the top nationwide wholesaling operations in the country. Over 1,647 deals closed. We had a nationwide dispo team moving properties in literally every market that you can think of. And when we launched ezREIclosings, I had to step back from Dispo to really focus on solving the number one pain point in our industry, which was transactions and closings. And Heather, her team, Angela, Hannah, Steve, all of them, they have absolutely crushed it running the nation's number one TC team that now handles thousands of deals all over the country. So now that the transaction coordinators, that ezREIclosings, all of that is humming like an absolute top, we are circling back to our roots and so excited to be jumping back into Dispo, not as a side hustle, but we are here to absolutely disrupt this space one more time. So a lot of you may not know this, but I was actually the number one dispositions coach in the country. I trained some of the biggest players out there, some of the largest teams that are still moving, literally 20 or 30 deals every single month right now. So when I tell you that we know how to move properties, believe me, this is not just some theory. So here's the good news. This time, you don't have to buy a course. You don't have to join a mastermind to get it. It's not going to cost you $10,000 up front and $500 a month, because this Dispo team, my Dispo team, is now available to you as an ezREIclosings client, right? Exclusive. This is being launched to you first. So what exactly does ezDISPO look like and how does it work? All right, let's break this down. Let's talk about exactly what ezDISPO is. This is the disposition solution that you have been waiting for. And here's how simple we are going to keep it. First, it's a very straight 50-50 split at closing. No upfront fees, no risk, no confusion. We only win when you win. You submit the deal, our team will immediately go to work. Second, 24-hour approvals. This is something that we absolutely demand from our team. No waiting around. I don't want you out there guessing whether or not we're going to take your deal. You send us the contract, we get you an answer fast. And right now we are just taking straight wholesale assignment deals, but we are working on expanding that into novations here very, very soon for you. And third, this is an absolute efficient process run by professionals. These are not random virtual assistants. These are trained Dispo agents who live and breathe this business and love getting in there, mixing it up with buyers and getting the absolute highest price that they possibly can. So let me ask you this question, right? How many times have you had a deal die because you couldn't find a buyer, right? You couldn't find that perfect buyer in the right amount of time. You did all of the work, the marketing, the acquisitions, the comping, all of those things, but you just weren't able to find a buyer. Or worse, you thought you had a buyer and they ghosted you before closing. That ends right here today. ezDISPO is designed to help you keep your deals alive and get them over the finish line. So, and remember, this is exclusive for clients of ezREIclosings. Nobody in the industry, nobody else gets this kind of Dispo firepower. This means you have an edge in your market that your competitors do not. So let's talk exactly how this works step by step so that you know how to plug in immediately. Okay, here's how it works. Very simple. You're going to submit the deal. You're going to send it in to us. You're going to send it in by email. And within 24 hours, we are going to tell you yes or no, or maybe, right? We are going to evaluate that deal and take a look at it and get you that answer. So here's some of the rules, right? It's great if you have 30 days left on your contract. So this is why I always say submit that deal to us the minute you get it signed so that we have plenty of time to work on it. If you have less time left on your contract, go ahead and get it over to us. Let us take a look at it and we'll tell you if we can do it or if we can't or what adjustments might need to be made. You do need to be direct with the seller, right? We're not going to do a bunch of daisy chain stuff. That's why we request that you send us a copy of the contract. Upload your link with pictures and videos so that we can look at this property and evaluate it and make sure that we're at the right price, and also so that we can price it correctly for the end buyer. And kind of as a ballpark, what we're shooting for is a deal with $20,000 in assignment fee. It doesn't have to be exactly that. It could be more, definitely could be more, but it could be a little bit less. As a ballpark, we're looking for $20,000 as like a projected assignment fee, just to make sure that, this deal will go through and we've got enough room with the buyers if we need to do any kind of negotiating. But again, if you think it's a deal, make sure you upload it right away and let us review it. And then lastly, To prevent any confusion out there in the marketplace, right? We are going to ask that we are the only ones marketing this deal. We don't want buyers out there seeing multiple people posting the same deal or emailing it out or calling them. And even worse, that it be at different prices. Because one thing I will tell you is if buyers are seeing the same deal marketed by multiple people, it absolutely will feel like a scam to them and they are going to run and not buy it from anybody. But here's the difference, right? Even if it's a no, we are not going to leave you guessing, right? You're going to get real-time feedback that makes you sharper immediately. Sometimes it'll be, hey, we love this deal, we'll take it. Other times it's going to be, hey, this one could be good, but it's super rural. So if you could get us 30 more days, if you could get an extension on this contract, we think it could work. Other times it might be, hey, Joey, this is a really solid property, but you're about $13,000 too high. Do you have the ability to go back to the seller and do a little renegotiating? Because I think if you can get it to that number, we can get this thing sold and make sure we get you paid. So do you see what's happening there? You're not just submitting and hoping. You're walking away with insight that's going to make you competitive, not only on this deal, but on every single deal going forward. So we're not going to tell you how to lock up contracts. This isn't a coaching course. That's your job. We're not going to, hold your hand and say, yeah, call this person and offer that. You come to us after you're under contract. What we're doing is giving you live market level feedback so that you know where your deal stands right now today and what it would take to actually get it closed. We know deals and we know buyers and we know what will move, and I want to make sure that you get paid fast. So think about it like this. It's like a little deal engine check light. We want to make sure that you're not stalling out halfway across the bridge. I want you to get all the way to the other side because that's where the payday is. And here's the best part. We are doing this exclusively for clients of ezREIclosings. Nobody else is getting this level of Dispo support, period. And we're not doing this alone. We are powered by the strongest Dispo platform in America, InvestorLift. Okay, so let's talk about the engine that is driving all of this. A lot of you may not know this, but I was actually the 11th user on InvestorLift. Now there's like 6,000 of them. So our team has been using this since day one, and they understand how it works inside and out and how to utilize it and kind of just squeeze that software to get the maximum output and make sure that your deals are getting sold. And way back in the day when I was coaching Dispositions nationwide, I worked with some of the top teams in the country. Back then, I was flying out to them and making sure that their team understood exactly how to move these deals. And it is that same system that we are going to use to make sure that your deals are getting over the finish line. What's wild is, not only did I do that, but I also taught a lot of the original classes on InvestorLift on how to do the marketing. And it's cool because I get to see that stuff still being used today. But people ask me all the time, right? They ask me, David, what about all these other software programs that are out there? And trust me, I promise you, I have tried them all. I've seen them all. Every single Dispo system out there has pitched me on promoting them. And some are absolutely terrible. Some are okay, but none of them, absolutely none of them have the firepower that InvestorLift has. So here's what you're stepping into. Over 5.5 million registered buyers. InvestorLift has generated over $1 billion in assignment fees. Do you know why? Because it absolutely works. It is the king of all Dispo services out there. They have AI buyer matching that pairs your deal with the right buyers instantly. And this isn't some entry-level software. It's not even the lowest or middle version. We're talking cartel-level access. This access is only granted to the top 50 wholesale teams in the country, and now you have it. To get this on your own, it would cost you $72,000 a year. But now, as a client of ezREIclosings, you get access to all of that firepower without spending a dime on the platform yourself. So think about that. The most powerful Dispo platform in the country, plus the best Dispo agents in the country that I have handpicked working together on your deals. That's what makes this different. You don't need to build it. You just need to submit your deal and let us do the heavy lifting, which brings us to the most important part. What do you need to do right now? This is something that we have been asked about over and over again, probably for the last 2 years. Heather and I have gone back and forth on it, and now we are so excited and finally ready to launch it. But here's the thing. We wanted our clients, we wanted you to be first in line. So this isn't something that's open to the public. This isn't a beta test for strangers. This is exclusive for you because you've trusted us with your closings, and we want to give you that same level of concierge 11 out of 10 service that you have come to expect from us. So we're going to monitor this program very, very carefully. Every deal that you submit is going to get looked at. Every deal gets feedback. Our goal is simple. I want to help you win more and make sure that you are getting closed. So all that you have to do right now is send an email to dispo@ezREIclosings.com and submit your deal. Include your contract, Tell us all the information about your deal so that we can evaluate it. Send over the pictures and video. Let us take a look at it so we can make sure that we are pricing it correctly. If there's something that, we need to give you some feedback on, we will make sure that we get you that within 24 hours. But do not wait, right? If you got something under contract today, send it over. Let's get it into the system. Let us start working on it, because the sooner we get it, the sooner I can get you paid and make sure that it gets closed. So that's what we've got. We're super excited to launch this. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can get me on Facebook, or you can shoot me an email at david@ezREIclosings. Looking forward to this. Hopefully we can do a lot of deals and we can help you grow your company to the heights that you dreamed of.